If you bought a house built after 2005, there is a ticking time bomb behind your walls. It is your plumbing. 90% of new residential construction uses what professional plumbers call builder grade, the cheapest product that meets minimum code. Not the best, the cheapest. When builder grade plumbing fails, it does not drip, and it floods. The average water damage claim in the United States is $12,514. Today we are pulling the walls off to show you what the builder installed, why it fails, and the 5 upgrades that cost less than one claim. For 80 years, copper was the standard. Your grandparents' house has copper, and it is still running. Starting in the early 2000s, builders switched to PEX, cross-linked polyethylene. PEX is flexible plastic tubing. PEX is not inherently bad. The problem is how builders install it. Copper required soldered joints, a skilled trade. PEX uses crimp fittings or push-to-connect fittings installed by the cheapest labor on site. Faster pipe, faster connections. That is why builders love it. Not because it is better, because it is cheaper. The failure point is the fitting. Brass crimp fittings in hard water develop dezincification. Zinc leaches out, and that leaves brittle connections that crack under pressure. Push-to-connect fittings like SharkBite rely on a rubber O-ring. Rubber degrades. In a wall cavity, degradation takes 8 to 15 years. That is long enough to survive the warranty, and short enough to fail while you are paying the mortgage. When a PX fitting fails behind drywall, you do not hear it. Water saturates the cavity, soaks insulation, and wicks into the subfloor. By the time you see the ceiling stain, the damage is $10,000 to $30,000. One fitting, 5 figures. The number one cause of residential water damage is not a burst pipe. It is a supply line, the braided hose connecting your faucet, toilet, or washing machine to the wall. Builders install the cheapest available, with a thin rubber core and a woven steel jacket. $3 each. Every house has 8 to 12. They are rated for 5 to 8 years. The builder knows this. You do not. Insurance data shows supply line failures account for roughly 40% of all residential water damage claims. A $3 hose bursts at 2 a.m. By morning, every floor is soaked. Average claim, $12,000 to $15,000. The fix costs $8 per line. Commercial-grade braided lines with a reinforced polymer core are rated 20-plus years. Replacing all 10 takes 1 hour, under $80 in parts. That $80 is the cheapest insurance policy in the American home. No builder installs them. Every water heater has 2 critical safety components. One is a temperature and pressure relief valve. The other is a thermal expansion tank. Builders install the cheapest version of both. The temperature and pressure relief valve opens if the tank pressure exceeds safe limits, preventing catastrophic failure. Builder-grade valves use plastic internals that degrade in 3 to 5 years. When they fail, they either leak constantly or seize shut. A seized temperature and pressure relief valve on an overheating tank is a bomb. The expansion tank absorbs pressure when water heats and expands in a closed system. Builder-grade tanks use a thin rubber bladder that fails in 3 to 5 years. A failed bladder means the tank waterlogs and stops absorbing pressure. That excess pressure cycles through every fitting, valve, and supply line in the house, accelerating wear on every component we have discussed. A commercial-grade temperature and pressure relief valve costs $25. A quality expansion tank costs $50 to $80. Together, they protect the entire system. Builders install $8 versions of both because the house only needs to survive the warranty inspection. Beneath your floors, the same story. Before the 1980s, residential drains were cast iron. Heavy, expensive, nearly indestructible. Pipes from the 1950s still function today. Modern builders use ABS plastic. Lighter, cheaper, faster. ABS is adequate for drains. The failure is the joint. ABS connects with solvent cement. It is a chemical weld. Applied correctly, it is permanent. But on a production site where the plumber is racing, Joints are not fully cemented, misaligned, or assembled before the cement sets. It looks solid on inspection day. 5 years later, the joint separates under thermal cycling from hot dishwasher water and cold drain periods. A separated joint under a slab is a nightmare. You do not see it. You smell it. Sewer gas leaking through the gap. Then wastewater follows. The repair means jackhammering the slab, excavating, and repouring. $3,000 to $8,000 for a rushed joint. Cast iron adds $1,500 to $2,500 to a new build. Over a 30-year mortgage, that is $4 to $7 per month for drains that outlast the house. Builders will not spend it because it is not their problem after closing. This is the protocol for every homeowner in a house built after 2005. 1. Replace all supply lines, every toilet, faucet, and washing machine. Use commercial grade lines with a reinforced polymer core. $8 each, $80 total, 1 hour. Do this today. 2. Replace the T and P valve. Commercial brass. $25 and 15 minutes. Test annually, lift the lever, and verify water flows. 3. Check the expansion tank. Press the Schrader valve on top. If water comes instead of air, the bladder has failed. Replace it. $50 to $80. 4. Inspect PEX connections. Green discoloration on brass fittings indicates desensification. Moisture around push to connect fittings means failure in progress. Replace with brass crimp fittings or expansion fittings. 5. Camera inspection of drain lines if you're on a slab. $150 to $300. It shows separated joints, root intrusion, and bellied pipe before they become emergencies. Total for all 5 under $500. One water damage claim averages $12,514. The math is not complicated. Here's the rule. Builder grade means built to survive the warranty, not the mortgage. Every supply line, every T&P valve, every expansion tank, every rush drain joint in your house was chosen by someone who will never live there. The builder's incentive is to pass inspection and close the sale. Your incentive is to live in the house for 30 years. Those incentives do not align. They never have. $500 in upgrades, $12,000 in avoided damage. The plumbing behind your walls is a bet, and right now the builder is betting against you. Builder grade means built to survive the warranty, not the mortgage. Next time on Quality Rot, we are going inside the electrical panel. The breaker that is in 30 million American homes and has been linked to thousands of house fires. We will name the brand. Subscribe so you do not miss it.